Well, hi there. We're glad you could join us. Yes, that's a flying saucer. Now, is it real or foolish fiction? Well, tonight, we'll hear some amazing eyewitness accounts of adventures with flying saucers and travelers from outer space. But right now, let's join two men who die for a living. Here we go.
Terrifying sight, wasn't it? Mighty convincing. In the movies, we see stunts like this all the time, and that's what prompted this letter from Larry Robinson and his father from Fremont, Texas. They're right. We saw a war scene in the movie The Young Lions, where two motorcycle riders were literally blown into the air, the cycle flying one way and the riders another. I'd like to see how that was possible without anyone being hurt. Well, first, Larry, maybe we better see if anyone was hurt. Everything okay, fellas?
Why, sure, Jack.
We're all right. Folks, meet Cliff Rose and Harold Needham, veteran movie stuntmen. They'll perform that stunt again for us. But right now, Cliff, we'd like to know how you did it.
Okay, take a look at the cycle, Jack. Now, the first thing you'll notice is this line attached to the front wheel. It's an elastic shock cable called a bungee. Dead man there at the center and halfway out. So the sickle travels in a wide arc on a cable from the center point. Our special effects man, Rusty Jackson, controls the cable. And when he triggers the quick release, the elastic cable yanks our sickle towards him. Just like the snap of a rubber band.
Well, now I know how the speeding cycle goes one way. But how do you two manage to get off the cycle without getting hurt?
Well, there's the answer, Jack. We weld a special step on the cycle, and then as the shock cord is triggered, we use the step to throw ourselves in the opposite direction. And we leave the cycle, and we're under good control.
Well, then you actually dive off. It's a matter of really split-second timing, isn't it?
That's it exactly. We spot a landmark, like a tree or a rock, right beside where the explosion is buried. So we know when to time ourselves when the shock cord is released.
Well, now, what about this explosion?
Well, Rusty takes a half stick of dynamite, and he buries it 6 inches in the ground. Then he covers it with fuller's earth. And then to get the effects of the rocks, well, he uses sponge or cork or something like that. And then when the explosion occurs, well, with no danger of us getting hurt.
I see.
A detonating wire attached to the dynamite is strung to the center triggering point. Rusty will set it off as he triggers the bungee.
This is hard on both men and motorcycle, but we'd like to see the whole stunt done again. This time we'll watch the stunt from the other end of the cable where the special effects man operates. I'll sure leave that to the experts. You know, it all happened so quickly that maybe some of you didn't get a good chance to see it. But fortunately, we had a slow-motion camera right at the point of the explosion. So why don't we see it again, this time in slow motion? And Hal Needham, stuntmen who die for a living. Larry Robinson, you asked for it.